Hey, yo.
What's up, guys? I'm Trey.
And I'm Justin. Today we're going to be reviewing Creed 2.
Creed 2.
So Creed 2 is such a good movie, and we're going to review it today. A little bit of a switch up for what we've been doing.
Normally,
but, you know, big things coming soon. Am I right, Trey and Justin?
Of course.
All right, so let's get right into it. All right, guys, what is poppin', my brothers?
We're going to be reviewing Creed 2.
Creed 2. So let's get into it. Opening remarks. Go.
I thought it was amazing. Just a bit of the beginning was a bit slow and not the best, but other than that, it was a great movie.
I agree with you. He said that 15 minutes was
just
the slowest
about
part. I think
15
it was
minutes.
longer because there's an opening fight here.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of that is 15 minutes. So I think it took a little longer, maybe half an hour for maybe 35 minutes maybe for him to actually get back to where he was last movie, because he really his character takes a dip downhill. He becomes more flashy, less like everything that we built on last movie. It kind of comes down in this movie.
Yeah, and the reason why I think that the beginning isn't as good is because, you're watching him and you're like, why am I rooting for you again? Because he's such a cocky and arrogant person. You're like, why are we rooting for you? But then, something happens and he comes back to who he really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also agree. And I think that he really, his character built a lot. I think they might have taken it downhill again at the start of this movie so they could grow upon it more, because he grows a lot in this movie.
He does. And another thing that's great about this movie and was lacking in the first one was the villains. They were so amazing. Like in Rocky IV, it was Ivan Drago. Now it's Ivan Drago and his kid. And they spend a good amount of time on them, and you feel for them, and you understand why they're doing this and why they're the way they are, and you really, kind of root for them too, because you understand where they're coming from.
And I would say a lot of it is you understand what they're doing, you understand why they're doing it. If you were in their situation, what else would you do,
Exactly.
You would want to do exactly what they're doing. Like, in other Rocky films and the Creed film, it's like, oh, they're just these jerks who just want to kill you or beat you or win a match. This Creed 2 is, I think, the first one in this whole franchise that really captivates the villain and really shows what they're doing and why they're doing it,
I'd say that's true, except for maybe the first two Rockies.
Yeah, with Creed.
Apollo.
Yeah.
But he's not really a bad guy.
Yeah.
And
you don't really, you don't feel for them as much as you do these people.
Oh,
I'd say.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And at that time, it was just, Creed, they didn't think that they were going to be friends or anything,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And his wife was, in the first one, I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of her. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then in this one, she was amazing.
Yeah, she was really good in this movie.
In the final fight, the last fight, she sings a song and stuff, and it was amazing.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying. So a lot of the movie, especially the beginning, everything's kind of hanging apart. Things are dangling from the last movie. Then right up until his training scene, I think, and right before his last final everything just comes together perfectly. Every single character has their peaks right there, and it's perfect. Like, his wife has an incredible moment. Creed has his incredible humbling moment. Rocky comes back.
Let's not forget about Rocky.
Yeah, he has his moment. Everyone has their perfect moment right in that 5-minute, 10-minute span, and it's perfect.
And let's not forget about Rocky. He was a lot better in this one. He was really good in the Creed, but he was really good in this movie.
Yeah, they really expanded on what Rocky could do in this movie. Last movie he was just there because it's Rocky. We want to see him in this franchise going forward, and he helped out. He played a big part. But this movie, they really found ways. They found things for him to do in this movie.
Yeah, they really did. So we rank our movies from an A to F.
A plus to
F. Yeah, my bad.
Look at that.
And so I'll go first. I was gonna say, except for that beginning, it was amazing. So I'm gonna give it an A.
I am going to give it. It is one of my favorite movies of all time, all right? And before I rank mine, I do want to talk about the final battle real quick. The final fight real quick.
So this might get into a bit of spoilers.
Yeah, so
spoilers.
On the stick. So basically the final fight, oh my goodness. Everything was
amazing.
crazy. So I cried at the end of this fight.
I did not cry. I was like,
He was getting emotional. But
I was
like
like, I was smiling and was like, my fists were in the air, like, let's
yeah,
go.
he was, but I was like my shirt, like I didn't want to miss any of it, but like when the credits were rolling, I was like this because it wrecked me. Like this movie is such a good movie, like, and right at the end, it's perfect. You know,
Yes.
the fight, everything comes together, and right when he hits his lowest spot, even in the fight, he gets back up. And he does not
Oh
quit.
my. It's like, how many times can you have a fight and it not be like similar to like what Rocky was like? But that it's so different from Rocky.
Yeah.
Like so like the way it ends, the way like just everything is different about this
Yeah,
fight and you like it's just so good.
Yeah, and I think that those movies, I think Rocky really, him and Adonis Creed really have two different personalities, even like while they're fighting, and so that's why these Creed boxing movies during the fights seem different than what they actually are. And technology, everything's gone, but these fights are so much, I think, better because Rocky's personality, it was just kind of like let's just fight, talking.
I mean, he was Rocky though, and then they did more with like the third and fourth where it was like revenge,
but he was just like he's there to fight. Creed, you could tell he enjoys the public. When he walks out there, he's
like his father,
he's
like Apollo, because Apollo would always want to get the press. And
exactly.
He would always do stuff,
and you can just feel like there's parts in this movie where everything's going down, and you just don't want to, you just want to go, and he's just like, "Come on, let's go," And
and he says that stuff. Sometimes I'm like, "What are you doing?" Because he'll get hit, and then right after he gets hit, he'll be like, "Come on!" It's like
it's like. But that's just what makes his fighting personality so cool, in my opinion. And I think this fight, right at the last second when he ends up winning, it was when Creed ends up winning, because obviously
Ivan throws in the towel.
Yeah,
and so now we're getting into spoilers. We can talk about why the villains are so good.
Yeah, okay.
Because Ivan Drago was kicked out of his country for losing that battle. He lost his wife. Him and his son were kicked out of the country. And so by trying to beat Creed, they were going to fight their way back into the country. So really, you wanted to see that happen, but you knew that Creed needed to win.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, it's like his son was just like...
Oh, and his wife appears a few times because she left him. Oh, she was so annoying. She didn't even say anything, really, but I could not stand her.
I know.
Because the way the son just reacted to her, it made me hate her.
Yeah. Okay, so he gave it an A.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time, because I don't cry in a lot of movies, except when I go with him, I cry in a lot. But but normally I don't. I've cried in the last Avengers movie, Avengers Infinity War.
Yes.
I cried in Sing, the animated movie. And I cried in another one. But basically, in Winter Soldier. But basically, this movie took me so far in some way. I don't know if I was feeling it that night, but Creed 2 really impacted me. I'm going to give it an A because it's a few little scenes, few little character developments away from perfect. So I have to give it an A. But this is a really good movie. And you need to see it. And I hope you skipped the spoilers because I want you guys to see this movie perfectly awesome. And this is a little... Sorry, go.
No, I wasn't going to say
This is a little different than what we are usually posting.
But we are going to make some more movie review videos
yeah,
a bit more frequently because, I can drive now, so we'll be going to see more movies. We're thinking of maybe seeing
Bumblebee or Spider-Man. I really want to go see Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I might go, or Bumblebee,
I'd rather see Spider-Man. Let's do that.
Yeah, but my dad might want to see Spider-Man with me.
Frick.
But I can go see it again as long as he pays. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys.
What's up?
Thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciated it. If you want to leave a like, then you can go down there. And if you want to subscribe, like right here, it's in my hands. It's in my hands. I got the whole world in my hands. Just subscribe. You can't hit this button because we're not smart, but you can go down there, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Movie was great.
Make bangers.
Love you. Okay, bye.